There is a studio romantic comedy film that is coming out next week that is primarily made of an LGBTQ cast that has been one of the funniest and most hilarious movies of the year that I cannot wait to talk about. So if you're just as interested as I am, let's get to it. Welcome back, film fans. It is Brad from Let's Be Royal Brad, and today in the channel, I want to talk to you guys about the brand new romantic comedy film called Bros. Bros is co-written and directed by Nicholas Stoller, as it stars Billy Eichner and Luke Macfarlane in the lead roles. This film is about two men with commitment problems who attempt a relationship. So going into this film, I didn't really know anything about it besides the fact that this film is being marketed as an LGBTQ film of these two men who fall in love together, and that's about it. And in all honesty, that's exactly what I would have wanted to know about a movie like this, because this movie has so many layers to it with its screenplay and its performances and its direction that I just couldn't help falling in love with this movie. So let's just dive right into the positives first, and we always got to start with the performances, because Billy Eichner and Luke Macfarlane are the lead roles in this film, and they are great. I truly love the chemistry they had with one another, as you really feel like that these two guys have known each other over this period of time and they grow with one another. And this movie also has a ton of depth to these characters, and I feel like these were the perfect two for the role. I also found the direction of this film to be very strong, especially for a romantic comedy studio film, where there was a lot of effort that went into making this movie feel live and energized, and there was a lot of jokes in this movie that really relied on the direction and the camera shots that made this movie just feel like there was a little bit of extra added detail to make this movie great. I also really enjoyed the story and the screenplay here, as this is easily the strongest aspect about the film, because this is the type of movie that could have easily been a very annoying and just dumb movie that we have seen 100 times before. But this movie works not because it has an LGBTQ representation, it's because this movie has a lot of talent and it's really interesting, it's entertaining, it's funny, and it just feels like there was a lot of effort and love that went into the humor and the dialogue, as I felt like this movie challenged me to think about the world and how people treat the LGBTQ and how we look at people of the LGBTQ community as well, as this movie is primarily casted of LGBTQ, and it was really awesome to see. This movie just absolutely went for it, and if you're someone who might be uncomfortable by this, then you're going to be more uncomfortable, because this movie does not shy away from showing that, and I really appreciated that, because I would like to learn more and to love and respect the LGBTQ community even more than I do, and I'm really glad I could support a movie like this, especially when this movie is that funny and my whole crowd was laughing nonstop while watching it, as this is easily one of the funniest movies of the year. The timing of the jokes is great. There's a few cameos in this movie that are very unexpected, that were very funny, and this movie just feels like it's going to be a classic and a memorable one at best, because this movie has some of the funniest moments I have seen this year. I also found the soundtrack of this film to be pretty good as well, as it didn't primarily rely on a bunch of pop heavy songs that made this movie work. There was just a couple songs here and there that just gave this movie the energy that it needed, and I really appreciated it. Unfortunately, this film does have a few negatives here, and the first one has got to be the runtime, as this movie is way too long, and it is an issue of a lot of Judd Apatow movies, which this movie is produced by, and it makes a lot of sense because this movie is just too long, and I think it should have been cut by 15 to 20 minutes more in the second half of the movie, where it dives into more of the cliche, cheesy, moments that you would kind of expect from a movie like this, which was a little disappointing and played the way you thought it was going to go. If this movie just cut that down, I think this would have been a much stronger and tighter movie. And the last negative I have with this movie is more of a nitpick of the studio romantic comedy genre, and that is that the presentation in this movie is really bland, and I think for a lot of people, they're not going to mind it because it is just about two people in a relationship and all the things that they deal with their own lives. I understand that, but I do feel like the presentation could have been ramped up a little bit, especially there's some shots in this movie that are really boring, from the camera A to camera B. It's just a small nitpick that I do have with these kinds of films, because there are really great romantic comedy films that do have a better presentation. Overall, guys, Bros was a pleasant surprise that is one of the funniest films of the year, featuring great performances, a great screenplay, and fantastic direction here, that I feel like everything about this movie just came together so nicely, featuring a ton of representation from the LGBTQ community. And I hope you guys really support this film. Even if you are just slightly interested, I think you are going to really enjoy it, and I really hope we get a sequel because this movie deserves it. I am giving Bros an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for checking out this review. As I want to know below in the comment section, have you guys seen Bros? Are you gonna see Bros? Let me know down below. I can't wait to hear about it. Before you guys check out this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the following video.